Kensal Green, North West London, 12th of January 2006. It's 11:30 at night and City lawyer Tom Pryce steps off the tube at Kensal Green station. As he walks home, he's grabbed by two men. A scuffle happens and the attackers are forced off. Tom runs, but they catch up to him and a second scuffle happens. He fights him off again and makes a second escape, but doesn't get far. He collapses on the pavement, stabbed through the heart. Tom's belongings lay scattered around him. The attackers are heard shouting, "What else have you got?" To which Tom replied, "Nothing. You have everything." They made off, leaving Tom dying a few yards from his home. He was taken to Central Middlesex Hospital where he was confirmed dead shortly after midnight. 2 days later, police arrested Donnell Cartney through CCTV footage showing him using Tom's Oyster card. Later that same day, Delano Brown was arrested at home after using Tom's mobile phone to call his girlfriend. Both denied murder but admitted robbing Tom and another man just before. The trial of the two defendants began on the 30th of October 2006 at the Central Criminal Court before Mr Justice Atkins. Throughout the trial, Brown accused Carty of stabbing Tom and Carty claimed it was Brown. The court heard how Tom fought them off and made a run for it. Blood was found on the pavement and parked cars 100 yards from where Tom was left to die, indicating he was stabbed during the initial scuffle. The jury was told how Carty fly kicked Tom in the back and he dropped to the floor. As Tom attempted to stand up, Brown kicked him in the face. Trying to get away, Tom began to wrestle with Carty and Brown. Sometime during this, Tom was stabbed twice in the chest and once in the hip. The wounds penetrating vital organs, including his heart. He also suffered cuts to his hand, head and torso. Carty and Brown left with Tom's mobile phone and Oyster cards. On the 27th of November 2006, Carty and Brown were convicted of murder. Both reacted calmly to the guilty verdicts, turning to each other and shaking hands. On the 28th of November 2006, both men were sentenced to life imprisonment with a minimum term of 21 years for Carty and 20 years for Brown. Tom's fiance's impact statement was read out by the prosecution. "I must start by saying that my sense of pain and horror at losing Tom in such a brutal way is literally indescribable. I have found it almost impossible to even try to put into words, but I hope I can manage to convey at least some extent through this statement." Tom was determined from an early age to reach his full potential in life. He worked incredibly hard and made the most of every opportunity available to him. He gave his best in everything he did and he succeeded. Yet despite his many achievements, he was the most humble person I'd ever known. In a matter of seconds, wedding plans and a future together had changed to funeral plans and a lifetime apart. The pain is unlike anything I've ever experienced and unlike anything I have ever imagined. I feel as though Carty and Brown have ripped out my heart with their bare hands and tore it very slowly into pieces. Witnessing the pain that our families and friends are also suffering only adds to my own. The waves of devastation caused by Carty and Brown, greed and bravado roll on and on. The attack which they carried out on Tom was barbaric. They showed him no mercy and have shown absolutely no remorse. The judge told Carty and Brown he could not determine who wielded the knife, but he considered both to be equally guilty. Mr Pryce had grave misfortune to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. He was true to his nature. He was not going to let two youths rob him in the street where he lived. He was stabbed with a knife. That caused immense suffering. You have shown no remorse as yet. I can only hope that in the future you will have some glimpse of how dreadful your crime was and the suffering you have caused.